and a better man. Okay, but we have to move forward, right? Right. We're very fortunate to have a couple letters that were sent to you by various elected officials, and I'd like to take a few moments to read them to you. And the reason I want you to listen to their words is because these are very important people, very busy people who have taken time to send you a message because they too recognize, like our Adjutant General, the importance of what you have done for yourselves, your families, and our communities. The first one here is from Representative Ron Kine, 3rd District of Wisconsin. Dear Challenge Academy graduates, it is with great pleasure that I extend these words of congratulation in honor of your graduation from the Wisconsin Challenge Academy. I am sorry I cannot join you in person today to help celebrate your achievement. As a U.S. representative for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District, I take special pride in the young men and women who each year participate in the Challenge Academy program. Thanks to your dedication and hard work, I am confident your Challenge Academy experience will enable you to move forward and to do great things in your future. You have risen to the challenge, and you have made us all proud. Once again, congratulations on this superb achievement. Best wishes to you all in all of your endeavors. Signed, Ron Kine, Member of Congress. A second letter received from Congressman Tom Petri. He says, "The Challenge Academy graduates, I am pleased to offer my best wishes to all of you today as you graduate from the residential phase of the Challenge program. In completing the residential phase of the program, you have shown yourselves to be dedicated, hardworking individuals equipped to enter the workforce, the military, or pursue further education as you complete the last 12 months of the program. Again, congratulations, cadets, on today's graduation and the great achievement it represents. Signed, Thomas E. Petri, Member of Congress." Third letter received, United States Senate, Washington, D.C., to the Corps Cadet graduates. It is with tremendous pride that I congratulate the Challenge Academy class of 2008-2. By graduating from the Challenge Academy's Corps of Cadets, you have made a commitment to self-improvement through which you have prepared yourselves for the future. This is an important milestone for you. You should be proud of the hard work and the dedication that you have demonstrated as members of the Corps of Cadets. The rigor of the Challenge Academy has prepared you for the opportunities and challenges of life. The discipline, motivation, and tools you have gained will be useful for all future endeavors. Again, congratulations and best wishes for future success. Signed, Herb Cole, U.S. Senator. Before we end these proceedings, I would like to thank Brigadier General Dunbar and Mr. Larry Olson on behalf of the Class 22. These are busy folks, and as you know, we had to reschedule our graduation, and General Dunbar has been out of the state for a number of weeks, and so when he got back, you can imagine what his calendar looked like. And over the last couple of days, he's been able to clear his calendar for the singular purpose of being here with you today. In fact, the time pressure is so on that he had to fly up here in a Black Hawk, and as soon as we're finished, he's flying back to Madison to fulfill his other duties. But sir, thank you so much for seeing this as something important to us and to the National Guard. Thank you. At the acceptance ceremony 19 weeks ago, if you can imagine that, almost to the day, you were standing in a box formation in the large parking lot south of Academic Hall, reciting the cadet oath on that very, very frigid, sunny January morning. As I remember it, it was about minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill that made it about 25 below zero. We were all worried about frostbite, but apparently the only one who actually got frostbitten that day was me. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I had to remove my right glove to turn the pages, And I got frostbite on this finger. It still tingles. At least we had you dressed properly. 19 weeks ago, there were 123 candidates who took the oath, and now there are 102. 21 of your former classmates could not find the strength of character or the courage of conviction to see it through. You did. A few of you remember what I told you. Few of you remember what I told you that freezing day in January. I'm sure you were shivering way too much. So let me help you remember. I told you that the secret to your success at the academy was simple and consists of 5 things. Can anyone really remember what I told you that day? No, I doubt it too. So let me help you remember. I told you to follow your cadet general rules, to adhere to the cadet honor code, to improve your performance and behavior each day, to work as a team to help each other through the very difficult times, and finally, to not give up on yourselves. I suggested to you that over the next days and weeks that were to follow, you would conjure up 1,000 reasons to leave the academy. But what you were to do instead is to find each day the one single reason to stay. And you did that 152 times. It's a good start. Each of you then took the cadet oath. And over the past 132 days, some of you have adhered to that oath and the cadet honor code better than others. But each of you have grown through the experience. As a class, your achievements have been great. First and most noteworthy for the Academy, you represent the 4th largest class ever to graduate from the Academy, bringing our total graduation count to 1,830 cadets. Academically, it appears that about 84 of you, at least, have a very good chance of earning your high school equivalency diplomas. As you know, we will not get the final scores back until next week, so we really don't know. And when we do receive those scores, we will be in contact with you. You've gone through about 1,510 pencils and pens. You have consumed over 69,900 sheets of loose leaf paper. Each of you marched on an average of 225 miles to and from school and study hall. As a class, that's about 29,000 miles of marching. Your class collectively spent 23,936 hours in the classroom and an additional 23,664 hours in study hall. And all of that without one unexcused absence. We don't have a truancy problem here. And isn't it absolutely amazing what can happen when you actually go to school, pay attention in class, and apply yourselves to the best of your ability? Great things happen. Physically, each of you is more physically fit. On your final PPFT, 8 of you earned the Presidential Fitness Award, 8 additional, the National Fitness Award. 5 of your classmates have earned the Fitness Team Award, and achieving the highest level of the PPFT. If you finished every scheduled PT run, which we know some of you did not, but if you did, you would have run 189 miles since your arrival. As a corps, you ran 19,278 miles. Now, to give you a sense about how far that is, that's like doing a relay race from New York City to Los Angeles, California, back to New York City, back to LA, back to New York, back to LA, back to New York, and halfway back to LA. I got tired just saying that. And that's 2,800 miles one way. As a corps, you road marched 9,792 miles. That's an average of 96 miles per cadet. That's why your feet hurt. We calculate that your class performed 558,728 push-ups. 500,000 push-ups. But who's counting? And we have no clue how many sit-ups and flutter kicks you guys did. Members of your class lost 1,012 pounds of body fat. A half a ton of body fat. 17 of you losing more than 20 pounds. 4 of you losing more than 40 pounds. And Cadets Mason and Rousseau losing 74 and 62 pounds, respectively. I told Mason up here, he's got about 40 more to go. We're not done yet. As a class, you gained 441 pounds of muscle. 5 of you gaining 20 pounds or more. I guess that's where the 500,000 push-ups came in. You learned new and valuable lessons and skills. You performed 6,955 hours of service to your communities. That's about 68 hours of service per cadet. And all of that without one single court order. Members of your Speakers Bureau shared the challenge story with others. Many of you gained new insights and perspectives about the true meaning of life and sacrifice when you spent those precious hours with a disabled veteran, playing a simple card of checkers, reading a story from Reader's Digest magazine that he could no longer see, having an ice cream cone, sharing a joke, or just sitting there quietly, patiently listening to a life story about to reach its conclusion. You wrote 7,812 letters. Over 2,121 of those letters during pre-challenge alone. Most, I'm sure, pleading with your parents to come pick me up from this place. Your gift of 93 precious pints of blood is admirable. Your maintenance crew helped keep the Academy's facilities in good repair. Your drill team, although didn't get to do everything we had planned, still traveled 900 miles, performed in 2 events, marched over 10 miles, and entertained over 5,000 spectators. And those were just your parents. You shoveled approximately 7,000 cubic feet of snow. You mowed approximately 6 square miles of grass. You mopped 374 square miles of floors. I'm told that's the equivalent of a floor about half the size of Juneau County. In land navigation, you traversed over 1,750 miles as a Corps. And that does not count the miles we had to go out looking for you who were lost. As a Corps, you repelled 30,669 feet. That's further than the height of Mount McKinley in Alaska, the tallest mountain in North America. And you climbed back up another 4,555 feet. That's about 7 miles, up and down. You tied 20,351 knots. And according to Kraft, some of them were actually tied properly. You did 11,220 loads of laundry. That would make your moms happy. As part of the PRAP process, you visited 197,609 different websites, and there were only 72 attempts to visit MySpace, all of which, I might add, were unsuccessful. Medically, each of you have been certified by the Red Cross both in CPR and first aid. You had 13 cavities filled, 2 teeth extracted, and consumed 6 square feet of moleskin. We performed 63 medical transports. As a class, you spent 707 days on physical profile. 46 of you spent a week or more in isolation because of the flu outbreak. Collectively, your class really only had 361 incidents of sick call. That's very low for a class this size, and to your credit. In fact, 18 of you were tough enough, never went to sick call once. Only went to sick call once, and 13 more people never went to sick call at all. On the other hand, 5 of you went on sick call 10 or more times. You need to toughen up a little bit. We issued you 9,200 over-the-counter pills. We issued you 555 sticks of deodorant and used an untold number of gallons of Febreze. And many of us believe even that wasn't enough. We learned about healthy nutrition and diet, and boy did you guys eat. You were served, by the time you leave here tomorrow morning, you will have been served 54,406 meals. And unlike class 13, we didn't even poison you once. You drank 2,100 gallons of milk. You consumed 122,000 napkins, 13,524 bowls of cereal, 2,586 apples, 8,550 bananas, 1,350 pounds of grape, 90,000 slices of bread, 29,000 packets of ketchup. For the members of your class, there were many firsts. For example, 11 of you visited a zoo for the first time with us. 6 of you fished for the first time at the academy. 16 of you learned how to start a campfire. 11 went camping for the first time in their lives. 3 of you actually caught a fish for the first time in your life. 22 of you, for the first time in your lives, you read a book, cover to cover, here at the academy. And 60 of you folded the American flag for the first time. You also learned firsthand how to deal with life's uncertainties and adversities. Our brush with the H1N1 influenza virus presented you with an opportunity to demonstrate your discipline, your patience, in dealing with disappointment as we worked through the last couple of weeks. All of you are to be commended for that. Your maturity and toughness was tested as we had to deal with the untimely and unexpected passing of Ron Buck, a dear friend and colleague. And whether or not you realize it, each of you have grown because of these experiences. 18 of you are expressing your sense of obligation and civic duty by joining our armed forces. 13 joining the Army National Guard, 1 joining the regular Air Force, 1 becoming a Marine, and 3 joining the regular Army. But beyond all that, you leave here with a deeper sense of appreciation for family, a greater sense of community responsibility, a better understanding of the imperatives consistent with moral leadership and loyal followership, a set of skills that will allow you to better cope with the stresses of everyday life, to control your anger, to be patient, and to offer forgiveness. And you leave here with a bright future where little existed before. Each of you have gained a new sense of self-discipline, of honor, of integrity, of commitment, of courage. And each of you has come to know that your character is truly the key to your futures. Well, the past 5 months have been the easy part, folks. For the past 5 months, most of all of your decisions were made for you. And now it gets tough. You will have to make your own decisions. Choices for which you will be held accountable. The kids' stuff is over. The adult stuff starts. Most of you have figured out that the majority of life's decisions are simple and multiple choice. Right over wrong, good over evil, selflessness over selfishness, the long view over the short view, and happiness over pleasure. We all hope that each of you will have the strength of character and as invoked by the cadet prayer at West Point, to choose the harder right over the easier wrong. We at the Academy expect you to build on the foundations we have helped you develop during the past 5.5 months. We expect you to have the strength of character and the courage of conviction to persevere through life's adversities, just as you have learned to do that here. Earlier, I presented each of you a Challenge Academy coin, and I remind you, you are to carry that coin with you wherever you go, as a reminder of your achievement here, and as a physical representation of your commitment to demonstrate, as the motto inscribed on the back says, the courage to change. Use it as your touchstone back to the Academy. When you become unsure of yourselves and afraid, and you will, hold the coin in your hand tightly and draw from it the power to make the hard, right choices. Let it help you find the courage to continue. Do not let us down. Do not let your communities down. Do not let your families down. And most importantly, do not let yourselves down. You must now make the hardest thing you've ever done the most important thing you have ever done. Leave here knowing that we are with you always.
Before we close, I'd like to ask the staff and cadets to celebrate the accomplishments of Class 22 with one final round of applause. Staff and cadets, attention. Please remain standing as the Director of the Challenge Academy and our honored guests depart the stage. Team Leader Braun, host.
Right, haste! All from the left, come left. Forward, march!
Rick! Good job. Good job. I appreciate all your hard work.
Congratulations.
Crusoe! I'll let you guys know. Roy, good job.
Thanks, sir.
Good job. Follow.
Just hug.
Good job. Good job, Sheila.